Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn. Do we happen to have any audio? Yes, no, maybe? Thanks. Thanks, Lou. This is Marilyn, and it's Welcome to My World at noon on the 1st of December, which is a Tuesday. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and kind of go over a couple things. I wanted to remind everybody, if you have not already done so, to go to the Apex website. And first thing you will see on there is the Cyber Monday wonderful Apex deal that Daryl is offering. So you need to check that out because it will save you a tremendous amount of money. So be sure and go and see that. The other thing is, let's see, we've had some really nice trades today. I have finally decided that to go back to the way that I trade crude oil because I was getting really into these new indicators, which I do like. I really like them. But pretty soon I'm seeing things that aren't there and not things that I ought to see and what have you. It is very, very easy for me to trade crude oil off of my plain Jane chart without a heck of a lot of stuff on it because the bus driver on crude oil likes to go from street to street. So I marked up a chart and I posted a screenshot of it up a little, maybe 5 or 10 minutes ago. So if you wanted to grab that so you could study it. But this is the way that I'm real comfortable trading crude oil. And so I'm just going to go back to that. And I will try to mark charts up. And if I can type and enter trades and what have you at the same time, I will try to call some of these in the room. But the fewer things I have in front of my face, the happier I am. So I'm going to go back to trading just real simple trades. It's from a street to a street, but I want certain things in place before I place those trades. So we had some up and we had some down, but this third trade would have been a stop out right here at the magnet. And yes, you could have gotten some more ticks out of that, but if you're trailing stop with streets, then you know the first street down that I would like to have seen would have been this green power line down here, but it didn't get that far, so you dropped your stop down here and got stopped out right there. But that's what SO is, stop out. The others are TP for take profit. Anyway, for those of you who have never paid any attention to bonds before, I am absolutely in love with the bond bus driver today. I want this bus driver every single day. So I'm going to show you this chart, and you will see why I love this bus driver. Now, this is something I saw this morning, and because I don't pay that much attention, I saw this set up this morning about 8:30, and I thought, well, I don't know if I want to take that trade or not off of this green buy zone because of all this traffic in here. We had a big magnet, we had settlement, we had the midline of ice, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't know if it's going to go through there or not. And then if it does, well, it's got a lot of other stuff here, this This ended up being a 3 deviation move on, this is ZB. This trades, if you make a mistake with this, it can be a little painful because this ticks in 1/32 and they're 31.25, I believe, per tick. So you might want to keep that in mind. However, ZN are the notes, and you might want to take a look at ZN. The reason I'm calling this to your attention is that this month, with the FOMAC meeting, with the expectation of raising interest rates, you might be very glad to have started to pay attention to bonds. So, the indices I thought were a little difficult to trade. I got a couple of trades off of TF this morning, but the indices all across the board. TF was kind of the problem child today. The other three were all almost identical in their movements, but TF wasn't playing well with others today. So it kind of had its own thing it was doing. There were some nice trades on gold for early in the morning, and I'm liking that using the Apex E entry only off of an 8 tick. You might take a look at that. Let's see, we have the VIX is starting to drop again. Not hugely, but it's below 16. It's trading 1563 right now. Oh, and if you are going to trade gold, I would strongly urge you to do that in the morning, first thing, and then after about 11:30, I would forget you ever saw it because it can bite. So let's see. Bonds just made a tremendous move today. They were, I mean, that bond trade was the all-star trade of the week. So let's see. We've got a couple of questions in here. The diagnostic chart, Jack, I'm not sure. What's the lowest? Oh, tick number that works. You just have to experiment and find out what happens. Keep in mind that 12 tick kind of lumbers along, except for inventory, which it can, even the 12 tick, run away with you. The smaller the tick size, the difference between using the 6 tick and the 12 tick is the 6 tick moves twice as fast. It is very good in a slow market to scalp from. And Leah is the queen of scalping crude oil with that. She's really got that nailed. Me, not so much. I don't like it all that much. So you can take a look and see, but if you're getting that crude oil down to 4 ticks, I can tell you it's going to be enormously choppy. You can try maybe 8, 6, 8, but that's all kind of a personal thing. I'm also being asked, is there a VIX number where I do not take a trade? No, Jeff, what the VIX is for, it's commonly known as fear factor. It is a volatility, it's the volatility index. And the higher that number, the more indicative that there is a lot of fear coming into the market. And the indices respond to that. So when you have a very high, I think earlier this year we had that, it was up to about 54 or something. It was the second highest it's ever been since recorded history of the VIX. And all of the indices just dropped they went to the bargain basement. So it's a relativity. And as the VIX starts to go higher into closer to 20, and then if it goes on to 25-ish and up to 30, you are going to see the indices head into a bear market. And they will be heading down, in other words, trading opposite. Because as the fear goes up, then there's less people wanting to get into long positions on the indices. So that's why I monitor that, and that's why I kind of keep track of it. The same way I monitor Brent oil, but I don't trade it. Use it for an indicator. I also don't trade the FDAX, but I use it for an indicator of the U.S. indices. It will lead the U.S. indices, and this morning, lots of news coming out of Europe. So it's kind of the crystal ball, if you will, for what at least the bias is for trading U.S. indices when they open. The cash close on the FDAX is at the same time the U.S. markets open. So the volume dissipates out of it, but it still trades until I think about 3. So that's, I think, my view from my world in Apex land, brought to you by Apex Investing. I'll come back about 2:30 and we'll see what the afternoon brought. Thanks.